New England Candlepins is made possible through the generous support of the U.S. Candlepin Bowling Association. Learn more at uscandlepin.com. By Ryan Family Amusements in Millis, Massachusetts. Visit ryanfamily.com. By your community's public access channel. And by your Franklin friends and neighbors, good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.
From Ryan's Family Amusements in Millis, Massachusetts, it's New England Candlepins. In our third Sweet 16 show, the host with the most, Jeremy Seaholm, takes on wrong-footed but right on target, Mike Kustak. Then in Game 2, Jason Double Guns Doucette is back for more against Nick Norcross. Now let's roll with your host, Jay Horrigan.
Welcome to New England Candlepins and our summer series for 2016. This is our third show, our games 5 and 6. And first off, we have our announcer, Jeremy Seaholm, and taking on Mike Kustak. That was pretty good, huh?
That was good.
Yeah, well, thanks. I tried. Mike's been on our show before. It's always good to have him back. Mike, how you been bowling?
Really good lately. It's been a pretty good year for the most part. We had the Worlds and the state tournaments going on. Been bowling pretty good lately.
Yeah.
Thanks.
How were the Worlds?
Fun. We made it to Saturday this year. We bowled really good. We came in 5th place out of the 24 teams, so we're really happy about that.
That's awesome. You had a good time?
Yes, sir. Yeah, up in Canada, they treated us right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Last time I was in Canada, I was up in Niagara. I'll tell that story later. Okay. And Jeremy, so you've been around. You've watched the bowlers. How you feeling?
It's going to be tough. A lot of good bowlers.
Have you bowled against Mike before?
Yeah, first time on the show.
That's right. Okay. All right. You looking forward to it?
If it's the same result as last time.
Well, we can't promise you anything. So we'll be back with this match between Mike and Jeremy in just a moment. Welcome back. We are here ready to start this match, and up first is Mike Kustak.
That's a rough
Mike with an 8 count on his first ball. Mike has a very short approach.
He has a very short approach and a very right-footed approach, which is most unusual. And weird because he takes that backup step first.
Yeah.
It's like you expect to hear the truck beeps.
Would you like me to make them?
Yeah, he does a little moonwalk and then a little right foot. And that's a nice clean 10 box. That was a weird one to start with the 6-8.
I was almost wondering if he was going to play the left side first, hoping to catch the end of the wood, because you never know with 2 pieces, they can fly forward. He tried to cut it clean.
Yeah, first box of the game, actually, that's not a bad idea, you know. You're playing for the 10 anyway.
Yep.
Absolutely
Hey.
buries the 1-3. Use the 8-pin. Okay, so what was kind of froze, but it's a little below the lip. It makes it a little tricky. It's facing just to the right. He's going to have to go right tip on this, I think. Blow it right through. It's a good shot.
Yeah, so far we've seen a few woods in some matches that look like they might be tricky, but most of them have been carrying.
Well, I've been wrong all day back here.
No, you got one
No,
right.
that's right. I did.
You did.
I got one.
Don't shortchange yourself.
I won't.
Now, Jeremy Seaholm, our host here at Ryan's Family Amusement.
Yeah, assistant manager, and he's filled in generously enough behind the microphone for us a little bit. Jeremy obviously bowls out of here. He's got a 120 average, a 196 high single, and a 462 high triple. Qualified with a monster score as well, a 426.
Yeah, if there's any such thing as home house advantage, he would have it.
Yeah. Last time we saw that was at Fico's Matt Grace Ended up
Yes.
winning the whole thing.
Oh, he bowled awesome.
He had quite the day that day, too.
Yeah.
And he was the top overall seed.
Yep.
First
And
time
how
on
often does that
TV.
actually happen, too, you know?
Right.
First-
Very rare. So Jeremy just off on the 3, 5, and 10 on the attempt. Cleans up the 10 box though. So we'll have 18 through 2. Now Kustak coming back on the mark.
Mikey sports a 119 average right now. Decent high single, 189, high triple, 456. We say wrong-footed, you know, but when you're at the age that he's at, or Jason Doucette's at, who also pulls off it, at that point, I don't even know if it makes sense to change. But if you're a new kid starting out, you want to slide right, just like you want to take off on the right foot in basketball, that kind of thing. It's a balance thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to even try doing that, you know. for
Yeah, if
someone,
you haven't
know.
done it,
Yeah.
I'd probably hit my ankle with a bowling ball, most likely.
Yeah.
Shatter my ankle. I don't want to try it. That is true, because I mean that ankle that he slides on is closer to his release hand, so you do risk hitting your ankle if you. It's one of the reasons.
Comes natural to Mike doing it all
Nope.
these
Yeah,
years.
that's what I mean. Wouldn't probably make any sense to change at this point. Even trying to, for a professional bowler, even trying to change the number of steps you take can be tricky. Try it in the off season.
Mike with the 4 horsemen left, and he buries it. That's a great shot.
It is. People have been running that down all day like it's easy, but it's usually not.
So far, that lane 2 has been great for Mike. Couple of marks on lane 2 for him.
Seaholm halfway to Worcester.
Seen a lot of half-Worcester lefts on lane 1 throughout the day today so far for the bowlers.
Hey, I get the pins here. 7-10.
Ah, solid. Well, what
Thank
about
you.
the ones that fell? What did those used to be?
There used to be standing.
Oh, all right. Hey, you know what?
That was good.
It's,
Oh, the ball's trying to do some extra damage.
it did. It almost did. Seaholm looking to check in.
Oh,
And-
another half-Worcester
Wow,
left.
now he's
Halfway
all
to
the way
Worcester.
Oh, no,
Wow,
that's
all
2
the-
of them. Now he's all the way
all the
there.
way. That's a good
He
point.
has a timeshare in Worcester.
I did not know. Didn't use me. This is realtor.
For those of you who didn't know, Jay is a realtor. He will sell you a house, even if you don't want one.
Or a
He will sell it
condominium.
to you. Or a condominium? Is that a new record for syllables used on the show? That's
By
a-
me.
That's,
Five.
my eight.
I had to count.
it's an 8 box for a Seaholm. So Kustak with an 8-pin lead. Working on a spare. See if he can get lane 1 to work for him this time.
Oh,
Mike is fun to watch. Just a unique style.
Mike is fun in general.
Yeah, he's a fun guy.
I can attest to that.
I bet. The little bit I know of him, I could just imagine he is a lot of fun.
He's a cool dude, as
Yeah.
they say.
He is always smiling.
may not be smiling after that one. I think he expected at least 2 pins on that ball.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to carry both. So it'll just be 8. 56 for the half.
That's a good looking ball.
No, that's his hot lane. That has to fall. Certainly that has to fall.
How could that know?
Well,
that
if he had held the
not good?
pose, it would have fallen.
Wow, that's the 9-pin still wiggling.
Dangerous cap,
It
not
really is.
Hey, carried through. Good thing his ball followed through and hit the pin. Otherwise, that cap would have cost him.
If he went off the left foot, there was no chance.
Yeah, exactly. No love.
Wow, Seaholm with a good ball. Usually you get the diamond or maybe the triangle out of that, but he leaves the 5 cluster. 2, 4, 5, 8, and 9.
That's tough when you're behind and you throw 2 really good balls and you don't carry the spare. Because you need the spare now. We're running out of time.
make the diamond out of that cluster, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is
It's a
tough
good
enough shot
ball,
on its
yeah.
own.
And he was in the right side, the side with the extra pin.
Well, after all that, he's still only down 11. He is opposite the spare. This would be a really big time for one here.
I was going to say, if he
Yeah.
could throw a strike, that's the one thing that can... You're still behind no matter what you do for the fill, but you can change momentum a little. Puts the thought in Mike's mind that if he throws a double, it's a tie match.
And just like that, it's a full fill. Puts him at 70, but
Just missed.
there's only two ways to make that shot. Get nice and thin like he tried on the head pin, or go outside
Yep.
and just break it up. It's a really solid 10 for Mike Kustak.
Now he's on his mark lane. He's on the every other box plan.
Yeah.
It's an installment plan for marks.
It's better than a timeshare in Worcester.
Ooh, he's going to have to earn this one. It's kind of what Jeremy needed to happen and climb back into the match.
This is good hard work. I mean, you know a good bowler when you see a 10 out of a spread eagle.
Yeah, if
puts
I
you
get a
3
9
balls
out of it,
wherever
I'm
you-
happy.
Absolutely. 9 or 10 out of a spread eagle is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Especially in a one-string match.
It's just good quality work from Kustak.
I would say if you go back and look at the first round matches in a 16-team bracket, you can find at least 3 matches that are decided by not marks, by people not pinning well in the third. You know, they'll throw away 6 or 7 pins that, you know, are the difference in a match.
See what's off to the left. He has the 1, 3, 7, and 10. There's a couple pieces of wood. And the one to the right's very interesting. Tries to make it clean. Settles for the 9 fill.
He does climb back to within 1 mark, though, and he's still got the extra box in hand.
And there are those pins you're talking about. For completed boxes, he's down 7. And he's left 6 standing. So. Four horsemen right side plus the 8 pin.
Oh,
Goes outside, and that's about all he got.
yeah. It's a mini high-low jack.
Just looked a bit unlucky on that second shot.
But it, you know, it is important even to pick up a pin like he did, because it keeps it 8 pins, so that's still 1 mark.
Right, you
I
want
would
to
say
keep
like
it on
7 is kind of an average fill for a good bowler. So
Sure,
8
sure.
hangs in there.
Great ball by Kustak. Leaves the kingpin.
And why do they call it the kingpin? Do you know?
I think it's because they call it the kingpin.
I
That's
think
a Jay Horrigan.
He's got like
I
an
would say
entire
it's-
army protecting it.
That would explain the 4 horsemen, wouldn't it? Does that make sense?
It could
Where'd
be.
the 4 horsemen come from? If you know, comment on YouTube. We want to hear it. Because I don't know.
Apocalyptic
You know?
thing.
No, I would have called it the Iron Wall.
The iron wall. Like the steel curtain. You're like ripping
Or
up
the steel curtain, yeah.
He almost had the iron wall there, but he took out the 7 pin, so now he's only got a 3/4 iron wall.
Or
He's got an aluminum tower.
This
He's
would be
got
a
the
giant
2-4.
spare for him if he makes it.
It really is. Just to the left,
Kind of keeps the faint hope for life for Jeremy that 2 marks can win it now.
and it will indeed be 2 marks. So Kustak with a 116, Jeremy Seaholm with 81. He needs 2 marks in any way, shape, or form.
It's going to have to be a pretty one.
Yeah, this first one's going to be tough. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. He went outside and
He's going for the outside. I can appreciate that because it's so hard to make in the pocket, in the 1-2 pocket. You'll throw the head pin up over the 2 on the right or get one of them. double.
It is important count. He couldn't find the curtain again.
Double strike 9 to win.
Sitting at 88, he needs a strike.
And he almost had it.
So Mr. Kustak will advance. You could potentially set up a matchup between two wrong-footed bowlers if Jason Doucette can win his follow-up match.
If they both win, then I don't think we can consider it wrong-footed anymore.
It's true. We may have
Maybe
the rest of the
everybody
bracket may
else
have to
could
change.
be. Yeah.
May start a trend.
Try it. Let's do it.
We could do it.
We
Oh,
could
that'd
do
be
that.
awesome.
Let's do that. Wrong-footed. They have odd pin tournaments. We can do odd foot.
Probably wind up in the hospital myself.
Oh, absolutely. Ankles galore. And Seaholm leaves the Iron Curtain for, what was it?
That
104.
was the Iron Curtain. If there was one pin less, I would maybe call it the shed door.
Oh, man.
I'm just thinking. Spitballing here, gentlemen.
And I'm
spitballing.
And I'm thinking the match is over with a final score of Mike Kustak 116, Jeremy Seaholm 104. I just kind of took the show over. We'll be back after this. And welcome back to New England Candlepins. Get out of here. Welcome back to New England Candlepins. I'm definitely not Jay Horrigan, and I'm here with today's runner-up, Jeremy Seaholm with a 104 string. Jeremy, what are your thoughts on today's match?
Can't win a string if you're not going to hit the head pin.
That is absolutely true. Well, you know what? You should have hit the head pin a little bit more, and maybe you would have won the match.
I'll take that into consideration next time.
All right. Well, you know what? That's great. And now let's talk to our winner, Mike Kustak. Stacks, you bowled awesome today. You had about 105, 128. It was about 116, though, really. So, you know.
It all worked out in the middle. I finally got a win on the show, though. It felt good to finally come. I've been on a couple of times and was unsuccessful. So, like Jeremy said, the first time I was ever on, he beat me. So now, a couple years later, I get some retribution.
Oh, so some retribution. So, like our former co-host would have said, a little bit of violence coming for you guys. A little bit of violence the next time you guys bowl against each other, I think, right?
Absolutely. Got to have a rubber match to the death.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to have a steel cage match, and Mikey's going to advance into the next match, and we'll be back after this.
What is community without community support? Without community access? Without communication that creates a common bond? You can make community by making community TV. Contact your public access community TV center. Learn how you can help, because you can. Volunteer today. When you support your community TV, you also support your community.
Welcome back to New England Candlepins. I am not Richie Myrick, thank God. I'm back due to popular request. I'm here with Jason Doucette and Nick Norcross. First, we'll talk to Nick. Nick, how you been?
Pretty good. Can't complain.
How's your season been?
It's going all right. Can't wait for the summer to start.
Okay, well, neither can I.
Oh, that's great.
Do you have any big plans?
Not really, just relaxing.
Well, I think we all want to relax a little bit. Jason, how have things been with you?
Awesome.
How have you been bowling?
Awesome.
You looking forward to this match?
Awesome. I meant yes.
Awesome. So am I. So we'll be back with this awesome match so Nick can start relaxing. And we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to New England Candlepins. I'm here with Dan Gauthier and someone else. First up is Nick Norcross.
Tricky Nick.
And Nick forgot to release the ball.
I know. See how
on
tricky
that
he
shot.
is?
Wow,
He is tricky.
That
Block.
is
That's a
tremendous.
block. And the runner
That
will
is a
advance.
block.
The runner
advances. We're going to give Jason Doucette 10 pins for that.
Okay.
Give him an extra ball.
Seems completely unreasonable, but
Imagine if we got to make up our own rules. That'd be awesome.
wow, yeah.
We had some sweet matches.
With him, it'd be full contact because he's all about the violence. I mean, he's always trying to cook up these
Yeah.
rivalries that
Yeah.
don't exist. It's awesome. I love it.
Like the bowling would be better if it was hockey commercial where they just body check the other guy.
Go full Happy Gilmore, take your skate off, and try to, somebody.
Almost
That's a nice out.
shot.
Watch this 10 box.
You're gonna have to be happy with the
All right,
9.
well, you know what? I'm gonna give
Good
him a
enough,
9.
he says.
I'll give him a 9. Now, if this were no tap, we'd be playing 10 pin. That would have counted, right, Jay?
That's right.
Or in our revised where we make up the rules, we can give him a 9.5 for that if we want.
All right, 9.5.
9.5. It, wins tiebreakers.
With
so
the
that's good.
style. The Russian judge.
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
Oh, what
You
a
did.
hammer. I'm just gonna say it. I like the color of his shirt. I think it looks good.
I complimented him on his shirt.
Did you?
Yeah, you can ask him. I like the shirt too. Very solid choice.
Nice, bright, cheery.
It's also our first display of gray pants in this tournament.
No belt though. I'm gonna
No.
take points
Wow.
off for that.
He's young.
If he had a belt, he would have made that.
You notice he's got a gray T-shirt on as well under that beautiful blue shirt. It matches his his pants, so it kind of ties the whole outfit together.
Keeps the sweat from showing through too.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be the most important, really.
Fortunately, with Nick catching that cap, takes away his chance of starting with 1 mark. You feel good if you get 1 out of 2 marks every time you're up there.
Now you guys know Nick well.
Yep.
How do you tell when he's relaxed and not relaxed? Because he seems like he's pretty much relaxed.
He's a
all
chill
the-
guy.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, he is absolutely fuming inside. I know Nick very well.
I know you do.
Nick is very upset, and not because he missed the single, but because of how he missed it. That's what he. This kid ticks. He's so intense that you can't tell sometimes how intense he is.
He's got a lot of writing on his shoes. He's got a whole novel written on there.
Yeah, it's
Like reminders to himself.
It's actually a
Keep
bunch
shoulder
of,
down.
No, it's actually a bunch of signatures or just people writing their names on his shoe. I'm
Nice
pretty
ball
sure that's
by
all he has
Jason.
on him.
I thought they were like motivational speeches. Hang in there, kid.
Now see, then
Keywords.
then you're talking total head case, and I don't think that's what we're dealing with here. Doucette with the 310. Buries it.
pickup.
Never a
Similar
doubt.
similar boxes for the two. The only difference is Jason cashed it in the second play.
So Doucette, even with the mark, is down by half a pin if we're going by
Yeah,
our
exactly.
score.
That's right.
It's
Half a
19
pin
and
minus the fill.
to 19. Let's see if Nick can throw the always ball, as we call it here. Got a little stuck up on the way there.
I was gonna
but
say he looked a little off balance, didn't he? Like he almost fell forward. I'm still waiting for the next contestant to fall over that line, so I'm not gonna be the only guy who ever did it.
I wasn't going to mention that. Beautiful ball.
Yeah, nice shot.
Beautiful recovery for Norcross. Takes out the 136 just like you draw it up in the textbook.
When I was in school, you couldn't draw in the textbooks.
Where'd you go to school?
Go ahead.
Squaresville?
Okay, Mr. Hipster.
I'm all about rebellion. No, seriously, you kids watching at home, don't write in your textbooks. Ask your teacher first. Norcross with the 4-9-10. Should be an interesting one here.
Ball's gonna land by the 9-10, but it's gonna have to do some serious work to carry both of them. But we didn't even get a hit off the wood like I thought we would. Now it's interesting. Now does it go for the 2 or? No, it would have gone.
No.
Boy, that's super frustrating. When you see it go nice and easy like
Oh, yeah.
that, when you think you were trying to be super fine on one side, and you see it go smooth as silk on the third ball. That's frustrating.
That will get him fuming.
But he'll rebound. That's the
Right.
thing. He's such a good bowler. He's so even-keeled that he can handle that.
Right.
You know?
I have a theory that lane 1, there's a magnet in the 2-pin, because it seems like every bowler goes up on lane 1 and it's right on the 2-pin all the time.
This place tilts toward the ocean.
Is that so the ocean must be to our left?
Yeah, tilts toward the Cape, this place. That's what they don't tell you in the brochure.
They don't.
They don't tell you
They
that.
don't. Everything breaks to the Cape. Yeah.
Well, if we get a few more years of global warming, this bowling alley will be on beachfront property. Nick just escaped.
He
took
left.
a little walk.
Nick
he's
just
gonna
left.
Go get Burger King and come back.
Oh, and he's back. He's back. We found him.
He's got an
He is a
eraser.
foreign object.
Yeah, foreign objects is like wrestling.
Yes, it is.
Tucks away the foreign objects. Got to keep
You
an
know
eye on
what?
that.
This is the atmosphere I've tried to create for several years. It's
His
finally
foreign
coming
object
to
is a steel
fruition.
chair, folks. My God.
The lonely kingpin. What is it called when you kill a king? Is it patricide? No, that's killing your father.
Well, I call it checkmate. But
Oh, there's a word for it. Killing a king. Regicide.
regicide.
Jason
Pete
just committed
Fasciano
regicide.
coming in hot with.
That's Executive
with that.
Director
Wow.
Pete Fasciano with the term. I have no idea what he said.
Regicide.
So that's what we're going to call it when somebody picks up a naked 5-pin now. Kingpin.
Regicide.
Regicide.
Norcross is going to regicide this 10-pin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Slow but steady wins the race.
now, do we attribute that to the foreign object?
Yep.
Oh, it could be.
Oh, without a doubt.
That probably was.
I'm going to make a notation.
Double? He's looking for the double.
Excellent ball. Nice and smooth on the 1-2, and he's left with the 3-5.
So, depending on who does the
Straight.
post-match interview, who hijacks the end of the show, whether it's me, Richie, or the Goth Man, remember to bring up the.
Oh.
Wow, both
That was
pieces
cool.
may have touched that.
I believe
I
they
would love
both
to see
did.
that one again.
That was kind of cool. I'm sure Nick didn't think it was cool, but
He
From
did
viewer-
not. We
from the
did.
viewer
He did
perspective.
not.
yeah, he just missed the object pan. Coming from the left side though with that wood, and he thought maybe he could get away with it.
Well, the front piece definitely touched it,
Yeah.
too. I don't know about the back one.
Yeah,
but
it was cool.
Boy, it was close.
Like couple inch hole between the two woods.
So there's a 6 fill for Jason Doucette.
2-pin lead for Jason.
Oh,
what a
what a
nice
shot.
Wow.
That wood looked like it hopped up off of, or excuse me, the 2-pin looked like it hopped up off of the wood to jump over into the 10.
In that case, it was helpful. Although I think he may have hit it nice enough to cut it by itself too. It's hard to tell. Similar leave.
It's a good ball, and the wood seems to be favorable. If he hits the 2-pin, as long as it doesn't jump over, he should be good here.
Tight match we have here too. 1-pin match.
And he, oh, you're kidding.
Wow.
I thought for sure that wood was going to cover that 6-pin.
Yeah, that was unexpected.
And again, like the last one, he hit it almost clean enough to cut it straight. And it'll just be a 9, so it'll still be a 1-pin match.
1-pin match. At this point, I would say Jason's made fewer mistakes, but again, it's a 1-pin lead. You'd hope you'd have a little more. Nick's got to feel good about that.
Nick's first ball has been right in there, though, so far.
Unless that 10-pin to fall, there it goes.
It does. Wood sits in front of the 3. You got to be wary of the cap here. Just want to play it like it isn't there.
Ooh.
Too far left.
Yeah, I mean, if he went a little further left, he might have got away with it, but that was definitely no man's land. Well, again, you come back to the always ball. What do we call it when somebody misses a single, expecting they're just going to loosen up and throw a strike the next ball.
And you could see the frustration on his face. that to fall.
A little full, but he has 2 pieces of wood in front of the 4-pin, as well as the 610. I like the right tip of this wood, maybe, Shu?
It's tricky. I just don't see it going, but I agree with you. Yeah, just
kind of plowed it through.
No matter how you played it, it didn't look particularly promising. Sometimes you can see double wood where you do expect it to go across. That one I was looking at going, didn't look that great.
So he gets 9. That'll put him at 93. Doucette now sitting at 75 against the 2 open boxes. The proverbial door is wide open. Looked like that ball could have been 8 or 9, but that piece of wood stopped the other one that was coming in hot.
Yep. And see, now it's just me, but this double wood I feel better about. I feel like if he goes on the right side of this, his ball could land right by the 10. I feel like it's more promising.
Pick a side and go with it.
Mm-hmm. He's going left.
Oh,
nice shot.
What a pickup.
Dance it across.
Lots of possibilities with that double wood.
That's a big mark for Doucette.
And Nick gets an automatic strike for the next box because there's no pins up there.
That's right.
You're right.
In our rules, keep the match close.
Yep. Keep it right in that book.
Oh,
splash down in a
stay on wood.
4-6.
It's gonna have to try the right side, right? I mean, I don't think the angle's good enough on the left one.
If he goes left, he's got to go all the way left.
I say he tries right.
He's going
He is
left.
going left.
And he got it.
Wow, I was dead wrong. And that's why he's bowling and I'm sitting announcing.
Hey,
I really didn't think that had the angle to cover that shot.
there's nothing wrong with that, sitting here.
Oh, it's the lowest form of punishment you can.
Wow.
I tend to agree. I'd rather be on.
I'm going to be unplugging these microphones.
Go ahead. You unplug the microphone.
You know, those who can bowl, those who can't announce.
It's over. All right, so Nick now chasing 10.
And we are back.
Plus the ball. Needs one here. Wow,
Sweet
really
ball.
buried it.
Yeah, that's ugly.
Yeah, he's got the 5-7-8.
Especially for a lefty, that's ugly.
Caps the wood into the 2 of them.
That's a pretty nice try, really.
Yeah.
Well, it does look like we're setting up for the battle of the unusual, I'm not going to call it wrong-footed bowlers.
Yeah, we can't anymore if he wins. Norcross here with a must make. And if he does make this, it still forces Doucette to keep the ball in play.
Keep the ball in play.
Sounds like you're talking about me now.
No, I meant that. I mean, if he made it and threw a hammer on it.
Yeah. But how often does someone really chunk out the 7-pin or throw it in the gutter? You know.
I wasn't referring to you, Shu. I was just suggesting that perhaps the score.
You're right. Somebody could put
spread eagle and
a
a
lot
pair
of
of
stuff.
curtains.
Yep, you're right. Half Worcester, throw it down the hole. Yeah. Whoa, or something like that. Holy crap. Can you say that on TV? Holy C word?
You can say holy.
Okay.
You can say holy C word. You just can't fill in the C word.
Oh.
Well, it depends on the C word, I guess. We'll ask Pete and get back to you on that.
Nice shot. Yeesh.
That's a weird 2 to leave, but at this point it's academic.
Yeah, I say he cleans it up. He could have if he wanted to. He just didn't want to show off. 118 for Jay with the box. You know, they give you 3 balls, you might as well throw them out. Hey! See?
There is a double. Ho hum. Just another double.
How much bonus money does he get for a triple here?
He gets
10,000.
No, he gets popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yep, straight out my
Nobody
contract.
told me that when I was up there.
No, it's out of my I just renegotiated my contract.
Oh, you weren't here for that conversation. Yes, he renegotiated.
He is certainly boosting up his total. 38 in the ball, so he's into the 40s.
Yeah, and if he triples, he gets popcorn.
As he heads to the nachos.
Let's see how hungry he is. Oh, he's starving.
Oh, double strike 9. He would have won the $10,000 jackpot. 147 game. Sweet game.
The high game of this series, the summer series.
Solid ball.
Jason Doucette advances to take on Mike Kustak in the next round. That I've forgotten where we. Let me hold on. Talk for a moment amongst yourselves. In the Elite Eight. Yes, that's what. Well, you could have talked louder. So we'll be back to talk to our bowlers louder than Dan and Richie spoke to each other in just a moment.
Welcome back, and we're here with our bowlers after that match. Nick, tough match.
I bowled terrible. I couldn't hit a spare anywhere. I was just not hitting anything. Jason bowled well. So
He did. He bowled very, very well. We had mentioned we thought you might have come around when you went to get the foreign object, but it didn't seem to work out.
no, maybe I should have used duck pin balls. Maybe next time. No.
Well, maybe. Hey, the good thing is you had said you were looking forward to relaxing in the off season, so you can relax a little bit today.
Yeah, thank God.
Well, we're glad you're happy. So, okay, Jason, tremendous job there.
Thank you very much.
You bowled awesomely.
I bowled all right, yeah.
Wow.
They fell.
They did. They did. You had, especially at the end there, just a ton of spares that strike in the 10th. You look very comfortable.
Yeah, I've bowled here a couple times before, and it's a nice place and very comfortable.
All right, and now you're going to take on in the Elite Eight, Mr. Kustak.
Yes, my adversary. We're both wrong-footed bowlers, so it's going to be a nice match. It's going to be a fun match.
Well, we discussed that with both of you advancing. Maybe everybody else is wrong-footed.
That's a possibility.
Well, we'll find that out. So, our advancing to the Elite Eight is Jason and Mike Kustak. They'll go up against each other in our Elite Eight match. So that'll do it for this show. For Pete Fasciano, Matt Ferrara, Chris, Sophie, Dan Gauthier, Richie Myrick, myself, everybody else, Ryan's Family Amusement. I'm not going through the whole list this time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on New England Candlepins. New England Candlepins is made possible through the generous support of the U.S. Candlepin Bowling Association. Learn more at uscandlepin.com. By Ryan Family Amusements in Millis, Massachusetts. Visit ryanfamily.com. By your community's public access channel. And by your Franklin friends and neighbors, good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.